everybody, afternoon, evening, whenever you're joining me. This is your class with more challenging options, and of course it's always options. Work at your own level, grips, light weights, ball bands, whatever you want to use. Make sure you've got your mat, nice space, you're not going to bump into anything, and the room is aerated, you've got some water. Today we're going to focus on, we're going to do side plank. For a change, we haven't done that for a while. Again, I'll give you different options, different challenges to do. We're going to do our Bulgarian squat today. It is quite challenging, up to you if you want to do it. You will need a chair for that, or piece of equipment that you can put your foot on. And you do need to make sure you're near a wall or something to hold on to, because it can be a bit wobbly. We'll go through that later. Anyway, okay, feet hip distance apart, bend your knees a little bit. Knee alignment, neutral spine position, lift the rib cage, open up the chest, arms behind you, and that enables you to let your chin sit back so there's no tension anywhere. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Engage your core, push out against your bands, squeeze the bicep muscles so you're already engaged. All right, let's warm up. So 3 points of connection in the spine, lumbar spine lengthened, chin retracted, up onto the toes, breathing in. Breathing out, hinge the hips back, draw those abdominals in, and just let the arms, head and neck flop forwards. All right, just feel a gentle stretch in the back of the legs, hinge the hips back, but draw the abdominals in so your lumbar spine is lengthened. Breathing in, breathing out, draw the abdominals in, slowly roll up, tuck the chin in so we get a nice stretch in the back of the neck. And again, alignment up onto the toes, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in, hinge the hips back, relax the upper body, straighten the legs just enough so you get a stretch in the back of the legs. Breathing in, breathing out, slowly coming up, draw the abdominals in, all the way back up. Good, back to your start position, feet hip distance apart, check your knees, make sure they're not rolling in, push out a little bit, particularly if you're using the bands. Keep your core activation, lumbar spine lengthened, lift the rib cage, open up the chest, and chin retracted so there's no strain in the neck. All right, relax the arms and start to roll those shoulders forwards, up, back and down. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago we did our advanced breathing and core activation. So if you can do that, remember, breathe in, breathe out, draw the abdominals in, keep them drawn in, and then just breathe in and out, breathing in. If you can, it takes a while to master that. Just add that in if you want to. Okay, so continue. Shoulders forwards, up, back and down. Elbows leading. Good. And then relax the arms, elbows back, reaching up all the way back. And again, pelvic floor, bicep muscles. Push the knees out a little bit. Breathing in, breathing out. Stretch. Elbows level with the ears, so the stretch comes from the upper back. At this point, you're drawing the abdominals in, so you should feel those abdominals working in conjunction with your back muscles. Stretching, stretching. Good, and all the way back. Hold it there, arms behind you. Breathing in, breathing out. Lengthening, breathing in, and draw the abdominals in. Keep your posture, 3 points of connection. Up and down, and then just to the side. Lengthening from the upper back, from the shoulder blade, no hunching. Lengthening. Good, and back. All right, arms behind you, shoulders down, and just relaxing the head and the neck. Breathing in, breathing out, chin back, forwards and back. Lift it up and down, breathing in, breathing out, head forwards. Make sure the upper body doesn't come forwards here. Breathing in, breathing out. Back to the center, chin retracted, jaw sideways, up to the ceiling and the other way. Keep this shoulder down, stop it from lifting, breathing in, breathing out. Good, all right, turn the head to the side, keep the shoulders, hips, knees facing the front. Breathing in, breathing out again, just rolling that head and neck forwards. Breathing in, breathing out. Try not to let the upper body come forwards there, just the head and neck moving. Arms slightly behind you, that helps you to keep your posture points in place. Nice and slowly. Back to the centre, chin retracted. Ear to the shoulder, keep this shoulder down and then add the arm in, breathing in, breathing out. Good, and the other side, breathing in, breathing out, up and over. Good, hands behind the head. Draw that chin back first, breathing in, breathing out. Use the arms here and the elbows to bring the head forwards, chin into the chest. And back. Okay, into your our inner thigh stretches. Grab your weights or band if you want to for this one. In a minute, sink the hips back, breathing in, breathing out. So first of all, just going into your inner thigh stretch. Remember, keep the 3 points of connection, so chin retracted. Take the arms behind you if you need to keep your upper body connection. 3 points of connection in the spine, breathing in, breathing out. So hinge the hips back first. Make sure you don't go forwards with the knee and the thigh like that. So breathing in, breathing out, core, sink the hips back. Then we're going to the side, breathing in, breathing out. Remember, keeping your shoulder blades back and down. That supports your lower back. Very important. Chin retracted as we've just been practicing. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, hold it one side, a little bit wider with the legs if you want to. Turn the feet out, sink the hips back, just for that deeper stretch there in the inner thigh. Good, bring the legs back, same thing, other side. Yeah, take it a little bit wider, turn the feet out. Breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in, sink the hips back. Good. All right, we're going to turn to the side for our hip flexor stretch. And this is where you can add some weights in, add your band in if you want to, for a little bit more upper body activation, well actually core activation. Turn to the side, big lunge here, small lunge up to you. Back nice and straight, squat down. Make sure the hips don't go lower than the knees. Tip the pelvis under, so you're activating that hip flexor. Try not to let the upper body come forwards. Think about your posture here. Great, okay, so add your weights in, your band, just your ball or nothing at all. Elbows level with the ears, breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in, tip the pelvis under. Now stretch up, elbows level with the ears, stretching up from the shoulder blades. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, tip the pelvis under, stretch to the side. And up, breathing in, up and over. So you can wind the band up here as much as you want to for more core activation. Stretching up, lift the chest up and back as you're reaching up through the spine. Draw the abdominals in, tip the pelvis under, and you should feel that stretch going all the way through your core. Great, swap to the other side. Again, big step, little step, up to you. Back nice and straight, breathing in, breathing out, tip the pelvis under, and stretching up and over. Good. Up, add more resistance if you want to with the bands. Draw the abdominals in, tip the pelvis under, and then we're going up with the chest, up and back. Tip the pelvis under, draw the abdominals in. Good, into your hip flexor. Brilliant. Okay, so we'll put that down for the minute. And we will use it again, and then we're just going to go into our normal thigh stretch, front of the thigh stretch, knees level, breathing in, breathing out, tip the pelvis under, heeling towards the hip. Remember, 3 points of connection, breathing in, breathing out, tip the pelvis under, take the hand away from the wall. If you're able to, hold the ear or hold the foot with both hands. Breathing in, breathing out, and then tip the pelvis under a little bit more for your thigh stretch. Brilliant. Okay, swap around the other way. So hold on to something if you need to. First of all, breathing in, breathing out, knees level, tip the pelvis under, heeling towards the hip. Hold the foot, go here. Hold the foot with both hands, or hold the ear. Knees level, remember that's what we're aiming for. Breathing in, breathing out, tip the pelvis under, heeling towards the hip. Good, and relax. Okay, back to the centre, and we're just going to do a little bit of upper body mobilisation. So hands today on the shoulders. We're going to do our rib cage movement. Hands on the shoulders, If you want to work a little bit harder, fingertips behind the ears, elbows out to the side. So this is all about your posture again. Feet, knees, hips and shoulders facing the front, chin retracted, elbows back, breathing in, breathing out. So we're just rotating side to side, making sure the elbow and the arm do not come forward on their own. They only move because you're moving your chest. Can you see that? Breathing in, breathing out. Now keep that chin retracted. Okay, keep the spine lifted, shoulder blades back and down. So you should feel this in your upper back, in your shoulder blades. If you can't, take the elbows back a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. Side to side, breathing in. Draw the abdominals in, breathing in, breathing out. If it feels uncomfortable on your low back, take the legs a little bit wider, bend your knees a little bit, just make sure it feels comfortable. Good, and then we're going to hold it on the diagonal, lift the chest up a bit more, take the elbows back, take the arms out, and I want you to really stretch from the spine. Make sure the arms are slightly behind you, and then stretch. Stretch from the spine, stretch the arms, stretch your back. Open the arms, remember, that's it, and then back the other way. Good, open up, take the arms a little bit further back, and stretch, draw the abdominals in. Good, and relax. Okay, so as promised, we're going to do our Bulgarian squat. It is quite challenging. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can just do your normal squat. So make sure if you're using a chair that it's stable, it's near the wall. You can use your weights if you want to with this one, or the bands, but it's more about, well, and you'll work your legs a little bit more. If you want to, but it's about balance. So if you're not very balanced, maybe leave the arms off. In fact, I'll demonstrate this with the weights today. Okay, so you need to get your position, your lunge or squat position if you like, but your foot is resting on the chair like this. That's it. So you need to position yourself so this foot, you've got your knee alignment, so the knee isn't further forwards than the foot. So you may need to do it this way, as in, so you can hold on to something, okay, up to you. So make sure, that's it, so we're here, back nice and straight, shoulder blades back and down, and then we squat down. Now make sure, so if the knee doesn't go too far forwards, breathing in, breathing out core muscles, squat down, keep the back nice and straight, and as you come up, push the heel into the floor like we normally do. Squeeze the buttock muscle. This is a great stretch for the front of your thigh here as well. And then add weights in if you want to, add your bands in, up to you, as long as you feel balanced. In fact, I think the weights probably help you with that balance. Breathing in, breathing out. So as you come up, push the heel into the floor. That's it. Breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in. And then after a few repetitions, it starts to get quite challenging. Make sure you're balanced here. Push the heel into the mat. Squeeze the buttock muscles. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're working both legs here. And this is called the Bulgarian squat. Don't ask me why. It just is. Okay, so do it as many times as you want. And then we'll swap legs. And make sure the front leg is far forwards enough. Other foot on the chair. You need to make sure you're balanced. So you can always turn the chair around the other way so you're holding onto the wall if you want to. Back nice and straight, and then we squat down. And as you come back up, push the front foot, the heel into the floor to get more resistance, and squeeze both buttock muscles. Breathing in, breathing out. So if you just do one or two, you think, oh, this isn't doing very much. Once you've done 6 or 7, breathing in, breathing out, you're going to feel it in both legs. It's a great exercise. Again, you can take a bigger lunge forward if you want to. You can go down a little bit lower, as long as your hip doesn't go below your knees. That's more of a challenge if you go a bit lower. You see that? Keep the back nice and straight. Squeeze the buttock muscles. Push the heel into the mat. Okay, well done. All right, we'll just put the weights down for the minute. We're finished with the chair for today. So just put that out the way. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Okay, back to the centre. And we're just going to finish off with our deep stretches for our arms. So right over left, cross the elbows, push the elbows away. Open the shoulder blades. Lower the elbows down and up. Breathing in, breathing out. Back to the centre, elbows away, and extend the forearms further forwards. Good. Left over right, push the elbows away, open the shoulder blades. Breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you push up. There and up. Back to the centre, elbows away, and extend the forearms further forwards. Good. Open the chest, shoulder blades back and down, and stretch those arms up. Okay, let's take our shoes off, ready to go down onto the mats. Get your grips ready. And again, as I said, we're going to do our stretches, and then we're going to do our side plank today. Again, lots of different options with the side plank. If you don't feel you're quite ready to do that there, because it's quite challenging. Okay, so feet hip distance apart, 3 points of connection, up onto the toes, breathing in, breathing out. Hinge the hips back, draw the abdominals in, roll forwards. This time we're going to hold the stretches a little bit longer. So either hold somewhere that's comfortable on your legs, or hold the floor, bend the knees a little bit, breathing in, breathing out. Hinge the hips back, breathing in, breathing out. So working on that flexibility. Good, try and let the upper body relax a little bit more. You're going to feel stretching here. Calves, thighs, buttocks, lower back, draw the abdominals in, and then alternate. Holding each stretch for a few seconds. If you feel particularly tight in the back of the legs, do hold these stretches a little bit longer, particularly if you're doing these separately on your own. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, turn the toes inwards, bend and straighten, hinge the hips back, bend and straighten. Good, then alternate, bend one, straighten the other. Great, turn the feet outwards, bend and straighten, and alternate. Breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, hinge the hips back, feel that stretch in the back of the legs. And hopefully you'll feel your upper body getting closer towards the floor as we stretch out. All right, bring the feet back to the front. Take the left leg out in front of you. Still keeping your 3 points of connection here. So try not to let the upper body flop forwards. Hinge the hips back, draw the abdominals in, shoulder blades back and down. If you can hold the end of the foot, stretch the toes back. If you can't, it doesn't matter, just hold on to the leg. Okay, and then turn the foot inwards and outwards. Great, and the other one. Stretching back, turn the foot inwards and outwards. Great. All right, walk your hands forward, going into our downward dog stretch. Just going to put the weights to the side a little bit. So walk the hands forward. Again, you can use the grips here. I find it a little bit slippy for this position for the moment. Up to you. Breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in. Remember, shoulder blades back and down as you stretch back into that downward dog stretch. Now try and get the heels down towards the mat. They don't have to reach the mat. It's the action of trying to stretch the heels back down. And come up. Breathing in, breathing out. Abdominals, shoulder blades. Stretch the arms as well. Feel the stretch in the spine, back of the legs. Up and down. Okay, and then alternating. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, abdominals in. So coming forwards into our plank and then back again. So use the grips here if you want to. And remember, you can always come do this on your knees if you prefer. There, stretch, abdominals in. Important to draw the abdominals in at this point. Bring the head a little bit forwards if you want to work harder. If it's too much, as always, just bring your knees down onto the mat. Draw the heels up behind you. Again, various different levels here. Up to you. Keep the chin retracted, shoulder blades back and down. And try not to let the hips drop down if you're doing this action. Keep the back straight. Draw those abdominals in. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay. So, as promised, side plank. So I'm going to demonstrate your side plank, beginner to advanced. If you already know what you're doing and you're advanced, you can go straight into your side plank, go back into your full plank, both arms, and then go over the other way. Okay, so just going to go through the different levels. If you're still not quite sure you're strong enough in the shoulders, we're going to start off with our sort of beginner position, if you like. So the bottom leg is just bent like that. The top leg is like they're bent over on the floor. So first of all, both hands on the mat, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in. If you're just joining me and you know how to do your full plank, please go into it. So just try and lift the hips off the mat. See, draw the abdominals in, see if your arms and your body are strong enough there, and then back down again. Do that a couple of times, breathing in, breathing out. Good. So if you find that's okay, you can slide the top leg away, and you're sort of in a half full plank position, if you like. Draw the abdominals in, lift the hips up, and then we're going to come up and over. Good. And then up and underneath. Push the hips up, slide the arm through, look through the gap, and back. And see how you get on with that. If again you're finding it quite easy, from here, the next stage is literally to slide the foot away. So you've got both feet straight, and we're going up and over, breathing in, breathing out underneath. Okay, so if you're doing your full plank, you're going to come back to the centre there, and then we're going over to the other side. Cross the feet. Good, breathing in, breathing out, up and over. Hips up nice and high, breathing in, breathing out underneath. Okay, so if you're doing this from a beginner level, we're starting off in this position. Bottom leg stays on the mat, breathing in, breathing out. So level 1, level 2, slide the leg away so you can do the same exercise like this. And when you're getting used to that, you slide the other leg away, slip your hip, that's it. Slide the other way, hips up nice and high, breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in, breathing out. Okay, so do as many as you want to. Breathing in, breathing out. Back to the centre. Good, so hold your full plank. Bring the hand in, turn the feet over so you're locking your feet. Body in a straight line, breathing in, breathing out. Hips up nice and high. Breathing in, breathing out underneath. So with the underneath bit, don't just sort of push your arm under. It's your upper body going in as well. Draw the abdominals in. And if you want to do the slightly advanced one, if you remember, we took the hand across, hips up nice and high, across to the thigh or knee. Good, up and over. And that really does get your core. Okay, so if you want to do that to the other side, again, up and underneath. We're going towards the knee or the thigh, if you like. Push the hips up, and that really does get those oblique muscles. Good, back to the centre. Good, knees, or in this position. And then we'll stretch back. Relax your arms, head, neck and shoulders. Good, bring your hands down by the side of you. Nice and relaxed, relax your back. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. I do love the plank options if you're able to do it. It uses your whole body. And if you're on holiday, you want to do 1 or 2 exercises a day, obviously warm up first. Try and do your plank or tricep dips, which we did last week. Works the whole body as long as you're drawing those abdominals in. So just something to remember there. Breathing in, breathing out, but build up very slowly. It's quite a challenge. So cat stretch, lengthening through the spine, draw the abdominals in, breathing out, stretching. Great. Okay, roll over. So we're going to go into our rolling down. Again, get your weights here. Use your band if you want to. Lots of different levels, and it is the class with more challenging options, so we're going to do the option with the leg off the mat. Again, it's options. You don't have to do it, but it works harder and works one side separate from the other. So that's quite good. All right, ball here if you want to. Holding the ball here, up to you. Just make sure your activation bands are in the right position so you feel it's supporting you. This is the small band, so I've got it up quite high. If I had the medium one, I would probably want it a bit lower, so I feel it's supporting my knees and my back. Anyway, up to you. Breathing in, breathing out, Close the rib cage, draw the abdominals in. Open the shoulder blades without hunching. Okay, and then rolling down as far as it's comfortable for you. Breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in, squeeze the buttock muscles and come back up. Okay, so with this one, quite nice to have the ball here if you're working on that flexibility, particularly of your lower back, or you feel it uncomfortable. And then as time goes on, if you feel more adept at it, we can go down a little bit further, squeezing the buttock muscles as you come back up, breathing in, breathing out, big stretch up, abdominals, now buttock muscles, coming back up. All right, extra challenge here, take one leg off the mat, rolling down as far as it's comfortable for you. Don't have to go all the way down, as I said. As you come back up though, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, squeeze the buttock muscles, come back up, other leg, breathing in, breathing out. Slowly stretching, breathing in, breathing out, coming up. Good, only do one or two with the leg off the floor. I find it quite challenging, but again, squeeze that buttock muscle so you're working one side of the hip, one side of the pelvis, one buttock muscle separately. Again. And here you can add your weights in here, or you can just add your activation band, your activation band, that's around the legs, a stretchy band, coming down, there we go, stretching up, good, and then we can go diagonally if we want to, again use the ball, use your weights, or use your band, breathing in, breathing out, core muscles engaged, turn the body to the side, stretch the band a little bit more, and then we're just going down a little bit, squeeze the buttock muscle on the right side as you do this, add more resistance with the bands. Just a little note here, if you have any low back issues, or if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia it's called, please don't do diagonal ones. You might find it doesn't suit you, so just make sure, something to watch there. Breathing in, breathing out, again more of a challenge, take the leg off the mat, so we can do a couple with one leg, a couple with the other leg, draw those abdominals in, add more resistance here if you want with the bands. Good, and then we'll take it to the other side. Breathing in, breathing out. So this time we're squeezing the left buttock muscle as we go down, or more as we come up. Breathing out, breathing in as we lower. Add in the leg off the floor. Couple with that one, couple with that one. And again, you're feeling, you're working your core more. So do a few of those, and then just back to the centre. So if you're only doing the one in the centre, please add a little bit more with the bands here. And squeeze the buttock muscles, abdominals in, and coming back up. Good, all right, fantastic. Hug your knees, nice deep breath in and out. Good, all right, so we're going down, just going to move the mat a little bit. We're going down onto the mat now, ball at the back, or cushion at the back of the head, if you find you need it, if you find it more comfortable. Feet hip distance apart, again, adjust the bands. If you took the band lower for the last exercise, you might want to bring it up again, so just make sure it's in the right position so you feel it's supporting you, and you can actually move the legs up and down, you don't want it so tight. Okay, so neutral spine position, pelvic bone and rib cage, remember squeezing together, arms up in the air, press the shoulder blades into the mat, and chin tucked in, so we're lengthening the back of the neck. Breathing in, breathing out, opposite arm and opposite leg, lengthen, stretch. Now, when you're at this point, the back wants to arch like this. You must make sure you're pressing your lower back towards the mat, and then you're going to activate more abdominal muscles here. So remember, this also stretches out the spine. So when you take the arm back, really lengthen leg, arm the other way. I always like to do a couple of the basic ones first, because I feel it lengthens, stretches out my spine. And this is the class with more challenging options. So just to work a little bit harder, even though this is the basic exercise, if you squeeze the buttock muscle of the leg that you're stretching, you're going to get more core activation there. And again, you're strengthening one side separately from the other. And then we can add both arms back. Again, it's more of a challenge to keep that spine in neutral. Breathing in, breathing out. Point the toe, flex the foot, lengthening through the spine. Press the shoulder blades down into the mat first. Okay, and then we can open both arms out sideways. Again, the back will want to arch. Stop it arching. push it down towards the floor. Breathing in, breathing out, opening, stretching from the spine. So the arms, when you open the arms out, lengthen from the spine. That's it. Breathing in, breathing out. Try and feel those core muscles working. And then come up into your different levels. You can stay in that position if you want to, or come up into our tabletop, breathing in, breathing out, whichever level you're comfortable at, and you can feel you still feel you're keeping your spine in neutral. You're not losing that control there. Good. Add the arms in if you want to, opposite arm and leg. That's it. Both arms back. Here we're breathing in, breathing out, abdominals in. Try and keep the abdominals in as you bring the leg back. This is your advanced breathing and core activation techniques that we did last week or a couple of weeks ago. So you can always revisit that if you need to. That helps you activate your core pretty much all the time and work a little bit harder. Use up more energy. Arms out to the side. So add in your different levels, and you can extend the leg fully as long as your back doesn't arch. Breathe in, breathing out, abdominals, press the spine towards the mat, and keep the shoulder blades pressed into the mat. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Add the arms in. That's it. All right, so continue with that. If you want to add abdominal curl in here, we're going to do that. So again, it's up to you. Hands behind the head or cross the hands over like this. Breathing in, breathing out. So remember, engage the core first, lead up with the chest, and you'll find those abdominal muscles working. Breathing in, breathing out, and then you're adding in. Good. Your tabletop exercise. Breathe in, breathing out, abdominals. Try not to yank up from the neck. Lead with the chest. The head just relaxes back. That's it. Breathing in, breathing out. So work at your own level. If it's too much, you can just bring one knee to the mat. That's it. Or we can actually do it as we were before, just with the leg slides. Good. Up to you. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, more advanced options here. So curl up, keep it there, don't go back and down each time. And then from there, we literally go side to side, so shoulder to knee, there. And so try not to go back each time, keep up, there, and then we can speed it up a little bit. Okay, this really does get the abdominals breathing in, breathing out. So keep the abdominals in all the time, just breathe, and when you want to speed it up, it's difficult to add in the proper breathing each time. So just keep the abdominals in, side to side, curl up as far as it's comfortable. That's it. Bring the knees in a little bit further if it's comfortable. And of course you're going to be working harder because you've got your activation bands. Good, okay, and relax. And bring the head back down. And then just finally, curl up. You can keep the hands here if you want to. So little pulsing action, leading with the chest. You can rest the head on the hands. Feet on the floor, feet in tabletop, legs up in the air. Just taking you through your different levels. One hand away, both hands away. If you're able to take the hands away, okay, you're going to stretch up towards the feet as you draw the abdominals in. Breathing in, breathing out. Point the toes, flex the feet. Okay, if it's too much, just come down to your tabletop. And of course, if you want the most challenge, split leg position, reaching up, breathing in, breathing out. Pulsing action, draw those abdominals in. Point the toes, flex the feet. And obviously swap sides. This is I find this the most challenging option. Anyway, never do it with both legs on the mat. Point and flex. Draw the abdominals in. Good. Work at your own level. Here. Okay, and relax. Knees into the chest. Oh, and circle the hips round. One way and the other way. All right, arms out to the side. Into your spine stretch, breathing in, breathing out, legs across. Turn the head the other way. And back, roll that spine into the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. Turn the head in the opposite direction. Make sure this shoulder blade doesn't come off the mat. If it does, it's a sign that you've taken the legs over too far. So you can just adjust that. Don't take the legs over quite so far if you find the opposite shoulder blade coming off the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. All right, feet back on the mat. Hands down by your side. And just relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. Relax your arms up and down, circling round. Good. Okay, roll over. So we're going to do side lying exercise. We did this a couple of weeks ago, so we're just mixing up a little bit with the legs. So rest your hand or head on your hand, arm bent or straight, or the ball if you find it comfortable. All right, and we're going to stretch both legs out. As always, lengthen the body. Make sure your lower back isn't arched. If you find it uncomfortable at all when you lift the leg up, bring the legs slightly forwards and it'll take that pressure off your lower back. So breathing in, breathing out. Stretch both legs away. So when you do this, if you've drawn the abdominals in here, if you place your hand, there should be a bit of a gap there. If you haven't engaged your core, you'll probably find your tummy or that part of your back there is sinking into the mat. Draw the abdominals in, lengthen the legs, and you should be able to get your hand underneath. Okay, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, lift that leg up and down. Point the toe, flex the foot, stretching the leg, watch that lumbar spine, lengthen, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so what I want you to do now, we're going to work the front of the thigh. So bring the knee up pretty much to waist height. You can bring it a bit higher if you want to, and then take it out again. Breathing in, breathing out, and back. Good, forwards and back. Breathing in, breathing out. Now we're going to combine the two. So breathing in, breathing out, lift, and then breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out. So we're combining the two exercises. Draw those abdominals in. If you feel quite balanced, you might be able to take the hand off the floor to add a little bit more of a challenge. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep the abdominals drawn in and just try and work that leg. That's it. Breathing in, breathing out. Hand on the hip, on the thigh. That's it. Forwards and back. And then just want you to relax the leg on the floor. And we're going to work the inner thigh. So we've done front of the thigh, side of the thigh. We've already done the back of the thigh with the Belgian squat, so we're not going to add that in today. Okay, bottom leg, squeeze that inner thigh muscle, lift and lower with the breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Abdominals, lift that leg. So to get the activation here, you've got to imagine you've got a weight pushing down on that inner thigh. So you're using your own body weight here to activate that inner thigh. Breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you lift. You take it up as far as it's comfortable. Try and activate that inner thigh muscle. Point and flex. Breathing in, breathing out. Hold it there and then just a little pulsing action. Squeezing that inner thigh. Great, okay, and relax. So we're just going to do that on the other side. So roll over, resting your head on your arm, bent or straight, or the ball, up to you. Body in a straight line. Again, as I said, if you find it uncomfortable on your low back at all, bring your legs slightly further in front of you so there's not so much stress there. All right, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, lift that leg up and down, point the toe, flex the foot, squeeze the bicep muscle, but stretch the length in the leg. Remember, you should have that gap here to start off with. Point and flex. So particularly if you've got the band, work it. Breathing in, breathing out, alternating. Can work a bit harder if you want to by bottom leg off the mat, but up to you. Okay, let's go into our front of the thigh one. Breathing in, breathing out, and back. Breathing in, abdominals, Bring the thigh forwards as far as it's comfortable. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, then we're going to add the two together. So thigh, front of the thigh and side of the thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. Abdominals in, lift. Breathing in, breathe out, breathe in again, breathe out. Remember, if you're doing your advanced abdominals, you keep the core muscles engaged, abdominals in all the time. And then just add the breathing in. There. Okay, and then little pulsing action. Point the toe, flex the foot to work a little bit harder. Okay, bring the top leg onto the mat, just leave it bent, so we're activating that inner thigh, lift and lower. And again here, you need to use your own body weight. There's no point in just throwing the leg up and down, it doesn't do very much. So breathe in, breathe out, abdominals in. Imagine you've got a weight pushing down on that inner thigh, and you should get more core activation there. So point the toe, flex the foot, lift that leg as high as it's comfortable. Draw the abdominals in as you lift, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and out. Yeah. You can feel that. Imagine you've got a weight pushing down. If you've got the bands, it helps a little bit. Great. Okay, and relax. So roll over. Back onto your mats. All there if you want to. And we're going to take the activation band off now. And then we're going to go into our low back stretch and our other stretches. I'm just going to put some music on. Have a drink of water. Okay. Good. Okay, so into our low back stretch. Stretch both legs out. That's it. Abdominals in. Raise the hands, both arms back. No hunching here. Press the shoulder blades into the mat. So point the toes, flex the feet, stretch the arms, stretch the spine. Keep the chin tucked in for more of a stretch. And bring the left knee in towards the chest. Grab the back of the thigh with both hands. Draw that leg in. Press your lower back into the mat. Curl up if you want to. Point the toes, flex the feet. And you want to be holding it for a minimum of 10 seconds. That's it, longer if you're very tight in the low back. Point the toes, flex the feet. Bring the leg up. Draw that leg in. Press your lower back into the mat. You don't have to lift the head off the mat. Okay, it's just the action. Pressing that lower back into the mat. Point the toes, flex the feet. Good, and again, stretch. Good, one more. Great. Okay, so we're going into our final stretches. So get one of your bands, activation bands, stretchy bands. Up to you. Wrap the band around your left foot, stretch the toes back. Right leg out along the mat. And point the toes, flex the feet as you stretch that leg back a little bit more, adding as much resistance as you need to with the band. Point the toes, flex the feet. This is both legs, remember, you're doing the same with the bottom leg as well. Breathing in, breathing out, add a bit more resistance with the band. If you feel you can stretch a bit more, take the leg back a bit further, straighten the leg a little bit more, up to you. Keep the foot in the flexed position and turn the leg inwards and outwards. Okay, bring the leg across, left leg over to the right, keep the foot flexed. Take it across as far as it's comfortable and move that leg forwards and backwards. Bring the leg back, swap hands. So take the left leg out to the left. I'm just going to move over a little bit. That's it, keep the foot flexed. I want you to take the leg out to the side, turn the leg outwards. So you're getting that stretch in the inner thigh. Keep the upper pelvis on the mat. And again, move that leg forwards and backwards. Good. All right, change legs. Right leg up in the air. Sort of band more towards the end of the foot. Point the toes, flex the feet of both legs, breathing in as you point, breathing out as you flex. And working on straightening the leg a little bit more, drawing it back a little bit further, as long as your hips aren't coming off the mat. Good, point and flex. And turn the leg inwards and outwards with the foot flexed. Give you a deeper stretch. All the way through the back of the leg into the buttock muscle. Okay, hold the band in one hand and take the right leg now over to your left. Keep the foot flexed. Take it over as far as it's comfortable. So you move over a little bit. That's it, and move that leg forwards and backwards. Good. All right, bring the leg back. Swap hands. So keep the foot flexed. Take the right leg out to the left. Make sure you turn the leg outwards a little bit so you get that inner thigh stretch. Foot flexed. Again, move that leg forwards and backwards. Good. All right, bring the leg back. So take the band away now. And we're going to add in a hip stretch. So pelvis level, neutral spine position. Left foot on the bent right knee. Turn the leg out, or thigh out here until you feel a stretch in the pelvis. If you don't feel much of a stretch, hold the back of the right thigh, draw that leg in, foot off the floor. You can use this arm to stretch that leg out a little bit further. Okay, up to you. Pop today. There we go. All right, change legs. Right foot on the bent left knee. Level pelvis, turn the leg out without twisting the hips. Deeper stretch if you want to. Good. Okay, so finally, into your relaxation. Stay on your back, you can roll over into your child's pose position. Just make sure it's a position you're comfortable in. Make sure it's comfortable in your neck as well. Just put a cushion, do a ball at the back of the head so you're not straining your neck and your back. So hands by your side, across your chest, up to you. Legs straight, legs bent, whatever feels comfortable. And then we're going to start by relaxing every part of the body. So start off relaxing the neck. Good, you can take it up and down, side to side, little circle. Okay, now stretching out, relaxing the arms, so tense first, tense the shoulders, relax, tense the arms. And your fingers, your hands, tense and relax. Okay, relax your back. Relax your legs. You can straighten the legs if you want to. Take them up to the side. Just make sure the whole body's relaxed. No tension anywhere. Just let your body sink into the mat. And then we're going to add in our thoracic or our Pilates breathing. So remember, we make the breaths deeper and longer for your relaxation. So deep breath in through the nose, long slow breath out through the mouth, and then add in your thoracic breathing. So rise and fall of the ribcage breathing in, ribcage expanding. Hold it for a few seconds, and long slow breath out through the mouth, ribcage closing, holding it for a few seconds, and repeat that sequence in your own time. In through the nose, out through the mouth, ribcage rising and falling. And then to get yourself into more of a state of relaxation, we need to slow that breathing down. So when you get to the top of the breath, try and build up and learn to hold it for a few seconds before you exhale. And you can build up on that, how long you hold that breath. When you find your body gets into more of a state of relaxation, eventually you'll fall asleep if you're lucky. If you do this last thing at night, it can help you to get to sleep, for the body to relax and go into sleep mode. Okay, so work on that breathing in your own time. Rise and fall of the ribcage. Then slowly come back up. So if you're over on your back, come over. You can always stay down a bit longer if you want to. Come up into your all fours position. I'm going to go into that cat stretch we did earlier, so hands a little bit further forwards here. Breathing in, breathing out. Close that ribcage, draw the abdominals in, open the shoulder blades, tuck the chin under, and let the hips curl under a little bit here. Breathing in, breathing out. Abdominals in, but you're lifting your chest, drawing your shoulder blades back and down. Lengthen through the spine, but make sure you're not lifting the chin too high. Breathing in, breathing out. Stretching. Good. All right, downward dog stretch like we did earlier. Feet on the mat and stretching back. Hips up in the air. Stretch through the spine. Draw the abdominals in, of course, and more importantly, draw the shoulder blades back and down. No point in doing the stretch if the upper back is rounded. The shoulder blades back and down. Come up onto the toes. And back down again, breathing in as you come up, breathing out, and then alternate. Stretching the spine, stretching your back, shoulder blades back and down. Keep the knees slightly bent, draw the abdominals in, walk your hands back up towards your feet. Breathe in again, breathe out, draw the abdominals in, slowly roll up. And all the way back up to the start position. Well done, excellent. So arms slightly behind you, open the chest, chin retracted, breathing in, breathing out. Focus on relaxing the shoulders, your posture muscles, chin retracted. Good, stretching up, arms slightly behind you, so you're stretching up from the shoulder blades. Reaching up, cross the hands behind the head, breathing in, breathing out. Bring the chin to the chest, head forwards. And slowly come up. Good, well done. Give yourselves a clap. I hope you enjoyed that today. So this was a class with more challenging options. So what we did our Bulgarian squat, if you remember, which really activates the legs a little bit more. You can add weights in if you want to. And we focus on our upper body strengthening without weights. What we did our side plank, again with our different options. And that is one of the best exercises you can do for total body strengthening. You're pretty much working all the muscles with that exercise, so it is a good one to do. If you're doing it at home, do remember to warm up first. Okay, that's it for this morning, or today, whatever time you're watching, and I'll see you soon. Okay.